The real reason a woman chooses one man over another isn't what you've been told. Most guys are completely lost on why women feel that pull towards certain men. They blame it on shallow things like wealth or a fancy job title. That misunderstanding is exactly what's holding them back. True influence operates on a deeper set of principles, ones that govern attraction itself. A woman's choice to be intimate is guided by those same unspoken rules. She'll rarely spell them out for you. Ignore them, and you'll stay stuck, watching others, who might seem less qualified, succeed effortlessly. This is a reality you've been missing. The 4 core motivations that dictate her decision. Why she feels completely secure with one person and guarded with the next. Why some men electrify her, while others leave her disinterested. How her priorities evolve as her life changes. And why, ultimately, she only surrenders to the man who amplifies her femininity, her vitality, her very essence. By the time we finish, you'll know how to stop pleading, stop pursuing, and instead become a man she instinctively wants to give herself to. Let's begin. The first core truth is this. A woman is drawn to a man who provides psychological security. Her desire isn't governed by reason. It isn't won by flattery, presence, or sheer determination. It unlocks when she feels a profound sense of safety that defies simple explanation. This emotional security is the silent sentry at the gate of intimacy. When she considers being with you, her conscious thoughts might say one thing, but her primal instinct is asking, can I trust this man with my deepest self? Can I be open, physically and emotionally, without fear of damage? This is where many men stumble, mistaking security for passivity. They think being endlessly pleasant, accommodating, and reachable will make her feel protected. It has the opposite effect. If you yield too quickly, if you lack a firm edge, if your need to appease is obvious, she senses instability. Her subconscious interprets this as a threat, as weakness, and her entire being responds by closing off. Authentic security isn't about being soft. It's about being solid. It's the quiet power of a man who remains steady under stress. The unshakable calm of a man who doesn't retreat when challenged. The integrity of a man whose actions match his words. That's when her intuition whispers, here, I can release. Here, I can express my true nature. Here, I can offer myself without worry. Think about it. For a woman, intimacy is the ultimate act of trust. She is placing herself in your hands. Her physical self, her emotional state, sometimes her future. Her unconscious mind is constantly evaluating you for signals. Do you honor her limits? Are your behaviors consistent? Can you listen without rushing to fix? Do you handle pressure without crumbling? Each silent answer builds a foundation. The moment that foundation feels immovable, true yearning emerges naturally. A strategic mind would tell you, strength isn't about loud displays. It's about perception. A capable leader doesn't shout promises of protection. His very demeanor makes people believe it. The same principle applies here. You don't use words to persuade a woman you're safe. You demonstrate it through your demeanor, by standing firm when others waver, by staying centered when tensions flare. Let's make this practical. You're together, and she shares a past hurt. The average man jumps in to solve it, declaring, I'd never do that. That's a mistake. It feels needy. What she truly needs is to feel heard, to see that her openness doesn't unsettle you, that you can contain her feelings without faltering. When you acknowledge her calmly, when you accept her experience without criticism, when you avoid grand pledges to win points, her body softens. She feels secure. Another scenario, she tests you with a sharp remark. Many men get defensive, argue to prove a point, or apologize unnecessarily. But the man who remains composed offers a slight smile, maybe deflects with light humor, signals something powerful. He signals unbreakable confidence. He shows that her turbulence won't knock him off balance. And in that instant, she feels a paradoxical safety, safe to be feminine because his masculinity is unshakable. Here is your action plan. To make a woman feel secure enough to surrender, cultivate 3 traits: reliability, poise, and boundary awareness. Reliability means your word is bond. Poise means her tests don't rattle you. Boundary awareness means you cherish her trust, never rushing to take advantage. When you live these, you trigger her deepest instinct. She stops questioning if she can trust you, and her body answers for her. She starts to lean in. She starts to relax. She starts to ache for closeness because safety is the fertile ground where passion grows. She doesn't crave the handsomest man. She craves the one who makes her feel safest. The second core truth is this. A woman is drawn to a man who stirs powerful feelings within her. Attraction isn't bred in total comfort. It doesn't flourish in absolute predictability. It thrives on friction, on contrast, in moments where a pulse quickens because the outcome feels unknown. Many men believe that if they are reliably kind, present, and accommodating, a woman will eventually offer intimacy. That's false. What truly happens is the reverse. Predictability erodes spark. If she can anticipate your every move, if you're an open book, she may appreciate you. She may even enjoy your company, but she will never hunger for you. Hunger comes from emotional depth. It comes from the thrill of the unexpected. The dopamine hit of surprise, the raw excitement of a man who can't be fully predicted. Consider women who claim they want no drama yet return to a man who provokes them, who keeps them on their toes, who delivers both peaks and valleys. Why? Because their nervous system is wired to respond to intensity. It's not a choice, it's biology. When her emotions surge, her body releases bonding chemicals linked to the source. Like a roller coaster addict craves a drop, a woman becomes captivated by the man who knows how to move her feelings. Historical strategists noted it's more effective to command awe than to merely be liked. If you can't manage both. Why? Because awe creates a compelling tension that maintains engagement. In the context of connection, this means it's more impactful to evoke her emotions, even complex ones, than to lull her into boredom. Because indifference is where desire truly dies. Let's be precise. This isn't about being unkind or playing immature games. Intensity is about juxtaposition. It's warmth followed by purposeful space. It's shared laughter followed by thoughtful quiet. It's giving her a genuine experience she couldn't have scripted. Imagine this. You're with a woman and the connection is strong. Most men would drown her in attention, scared to lose a moment. Instead, you gently pull back. Let a quiet moment linger. Let her wonder about your thoughts. Suddenly, her system reacts. She senses a charge. She feels curiosity. That silence doesn't push her away. It pulls her in deeper because it's filled with the energy of your previous presence. Or picture playfully challenging her view, not to fight, but to engage her spirit. She laughs and pushes back. She feels truly alive in that exchange. That emotional spike leaves a mark far deeper than any empty compliment ever could. The common error is believing women want constant, smooth positivity. They don't. They want authenticity. They want dynamism. They want to feel something real. When you can offer both security and intensity, you become irreplaceable because you speak to both parts of her nature, the part that seeks shelter and the part that yearns to be awakened. Here's what a strategist would tell you. People cherish what stirs them, even if the feeling isn't purely comfortable. A leader who inspires awe is remembered. One who fades into the wallpaper is forgotten. With women, the law is identical. If you could be the man who lights her emotional fire, you become the man her soul recalls in stillness. Your move is this. Stop fearing her responses. Stop sanding down every rough edge. Stop filling every pause. Stop offering only what's easy. Instead, embrace genuine challenge. Disagree when it's true to you. Tease when it feels right. Step away when she expects you to advance. Give her the contrast that creates heat. Because a woman who feels little will never give herself to you. But a woman whose emotions are ignited in your presence, whether they cycle through joy, tension, or deep longing, will find herself returning again and again to a man who makes her feel truly alive. The third core truth is this. A woman's attraction is filtered through a survival lens that shifts with her life stage. Here's a tough fact many men overlook. What a woman finds compelling isn't static. It transforms with her age, her situation, and her phase of life. Miss this, and you'll always be using the wrong approach. At 22, she might give herself to the free spirit, the artist without a steady income, the man who represents pure experience. Why? Her biology signals she has time. She can explore. She can sample unpredictability. Her survival mode is about discovery. But by 32, that same woman might overlook that free spirit entirely. Now, deeper currents pull her toward steadiness, security, and a man who can construct a durable future. Her survival mode has shifted. Now it's about foundation. This is an inconsistency. It's instinct. Hormones, age, and environment reshape her desires beneath her awareness. This is why the man who captivated her at 22 might be overlooked at 32, and the man she once passed by may now seem essential. A tactical thinker would advise to always assess the landscape before making a move. The same applies here. If you don't understand the terrain she's on, her life stage, her needs, her concerns, you'll bring the wrong tools. Offering adventure when she seeks stability will fall flat. Offering stability when she craves adventure will seem dull. Your move is this. Learn to discern her current location. Listen to her language. Sense her energy. If she talks of spontaneity, exploration, and living untethered, she's in discovery mode. Show her passion, novel experiences, and emotional vitality. If she speaks of plans, home, and solid ground, she's in construction mode. Show her direction, reliability, and emotional safety. But a man who masters this doesn't wear just one mask. He can flow between both. He can be the adventure when she needs it, and the anchor when she requires it. He holds excitement in one hand and comfort in the other. That duality makes him impossible to forget. Here's the secret. Highly desirable women don't want only safety, and they don't want only thrill. They want a man who can embody both. A man who can be both the flame and the fortress. A man who adapts effortlessly, yet never loses his core. So remember, survival is the most primal filter desire. If you can read it, align with it, and still remain authentically strong, you become a man who doesn't just attract her for a season. You become the man she cannot imagine releasing in any season. The fourth core truth is this. A woman gives herself completely only to the man who feels fated. Every woman intuitively knows what you desire. She knows you want her intimacy, her surrender, but she will never offer it simply because you requested it. She offers when she feels it's inevitable. When her instincts, her emotions, her survival assessment, and her attraction fuse into one single realization. This man is unavoidable. This is where most men err. They ask, they bargain. They try to justify their worth. And every syllable drains desire, because asking makes you a choice. A choice can be replaced. But the man who understands inevitability, he doesn't chase. He doesn't plead. He cultivates an environment so potent, so magnetic, that her offering feels like her own inspired idea. In her mind, she isn't yielding, she's choosing. But in truth, you shape that choice from the start. True authority isn't seized by coercion. It's secured through perception, by making people believe their decision to follow was their own. That's how lasting loyalty is forged. In the same way, the man who masters this principle secures a desire that can't be refused. How is it done? You control the tempo. You don't overwhelm her with access. Your attention becomes a valued, unpredictable event, like a flash of lightning in a night sky. You acknowledge her only when she invests. You carry yourself as though your company is a privilege, not a plea. And when you finally move closer, when you touch, when you offer praise, her body reacts as if it's claimed a prize. Here's the paradox. The less you ask for, the more she provides. The less you explain, the more she commits. The more you hold a calm, assured space, the more she feels driven to bridge the gap. She begins competing, not with other women, but with her own doubts. Am I worthy of him? Have I done enough? Could I lose him? That internal quest drives her to give more, to pursue more actively, to surrender more profoundly. At this stage, you've moved beyond mere attraction. You become her focus. Not because you demanded it, but because you made it feel like destiny. And destiny is the one force the human heart cannot defy. Women don't surrender to men who ask. They surrender to men who are undeniable. So grasp this final truth. A woman doesn't merely sleep with you. She gives herself in a way that feels unique and total when you embody that sense of inevitability. Become that man. You've listened intently. That already distinguishes you. Most never get this far, but you did. Now it's not about hearing. It's about doing. Because the instant you apply this knowledge, you are transformed. You now understand the hidden drivers behind a woman's choice. You see, it's not about appearance, finances, or chance. It's about understanding, security, emotional impact, timing, and essence. You have the blueprint. Every action from now on will set you apart from the crowd that still pleads, still pursues, still asks. Starting today, You are no longer the one who waits. You are the one who is chosen. You no longer contort yourself for her. She naturally finds her position beside you. You no longer struggle to guess what a woman wants. You become the source that awakens that want, the one who draws her to give freely, passionately, wholly. So carry this always. Real strength doesn't coerce. It emerges from being so solid, so present, that you cannot be overlooked, and now you possess it. If this shifted your perspective and you're ready to fully command your personal life, my book is available now, The Undeniable Man. It's a strategic manual for the man who wants to attract, lead, and excel in his relationships and beyond. No filler, no cheap tricks, just potent, actionable principles that will separate you from 99% of men. The link is below. If this video connected with you, don't just keep it to yourself. Leave a comment, even a short one. It helps cement these ideas, and it might help another guy find clarity. Hit the like button if you found value here, and share it with a friend who could use this insight right now. Trust your gut. We're all working to become more centered and unbreakable. Let's build minds that stand firm.